So I started coming to Epic when my mom invited me. She kind of said, hey, do you want to try out going to church? And my first reaction was, like most people who are like 18, 19 years old, was no. And when I found out that I could just kind of wear jeans and a t-shirt, and I could wear a ball cap if I wanted to, that just kind of surprised me. And I thought, hey, maybe I'll give this place a chance then.
And then I moved here in my early 20s, mid 20s, and I had my daughter with me, and my parents were already going to Epic, and so we decided that we would go and try it out as well, and it just was a perfect fit. As soon as we walked in, it felt like home. I kept coming back because I really enjoyed having that spiritual consistency. I grew up going to church with my family from as far back as I can remember, and I had a season in my life where I stepped away and I distanced myself from God, and after going through some things in my personal life, I decided I needed to come back and I needed to have God in my life again, and walking in and just feeling so welcomed and comforted, and just having all of the strong faith-based relationships in church there too with everyone at Epic is what's kept me coming back. I am so proud to share with people that Epic is for our community and our schools, and that they partner with our schools, and that they reach out to our kids and our community, and they come into our schools. And first day back as teachers, there were people from Epic standing there saying, hi, how are you? Welcome back. We're so glad you're here. Amazing to know that you've got such a strong community of people behind you that have their beliefs set strong in faith, and they're for you, and they really are. It's not just something that Epic says, they show it in so many ways.
So one thing I'm really excited about with Epic getting their own future home is just being able to host events. Between kids ministry and men's events, the things they can do with their own building would just be unlimited, and we could draw so many kids in, so many families in.
One of the things that we did early on in our marriage was we decided that we wanted to give to the church, and we weren't sure how to give or how much to give or anything like that. And so when we took FPU, through learning from Dave, through all of the steps and the baby steps in the process, when we talked about budgeting and having our tithe, we were like, oh my gosh, how can we do this? Is this possible? We sat down, we decided to do it, and as soon as we did that first tithe to church, it was miraculous, the changes that started happening in our lives. It was like, we knew God was in our marriage, but once we really started to surrender even our monetary part of our marriage, it was a huge game change.
For anybody who's not so sure about giving, I would just kind of try to remind them that everything comes from God. It's all in His hands, and you're essentially just showing Him obedience by giving Him what belongs to Him back. And through that, you can just have so much freedom. I know when we started giving, that freedom of like, okay, God, here's all your finances. I'm gonna do what you want me to do. I'm gonna be obedient, and let's see what you can do back. And when He fulfilled His side and just started to help us with our finances, it made life a lot easier, a lot less weight.